Evan, in order to vent his anger for his adopted sister, had Louise locked up in a mental hospital, forcing her to take large doses of medication every day. After taking the medicine, she would be in a daze the entire day. A year later, Evan came to visit her and found that Louise was no longer clinging to him like before, so he agreed to let her be discharged, allowing her to reunite with the family. The adopted sister was a foster daughter taken in by Louise's family, but the parents' affection for her far exceeded that for their biological daughter, Louise. The adopted sister even took over Louise's identity as a famous writer and claimed all of her awards. Back when their grandfather was still alive, he had arranged an engagement between the adopted sister and a farmer from the mountains. But now, as the wedding day approached, the parents couldn't bear to part with her, so they planned for Louise to marry the farmer in her place. Louise, who had just returned home, heard every word clearly. Completely heartbroken, she agreed on the spot, saying she was willing to marry the farmer. The whole family thought Louise was up to some trick again. Just then, the farmer's family arrived to propose marriage. Smelling the unpleasant odor from the farmer, everyone covered their noses in disgust. Without hesitation, Louise accepted the marriage contract, telling the farmer to come marry her in half a month. Just as Louise finished speaking, the butler immediately drove the farmer away. Meanwhile, as soon as the farmer was kicked out, his assistant praised him for his clever plan, saying that if the family knew he was actually the richest man in the country, they'd regret it deeply. It turned out the wealthy man had only pretended to be poor to cancel the engagement, but unexpectedly, he met the kind-hearted Louise. He fell in love with her at first sight and agreed to the marriage. After getting into the car, the wealthy man recalled what had just happened and began to suspect that Louise was the true famous writer. So he ordered his assistant to investigate the truth. When Louise returned to her bedroom, Evan found her, telling her to behave, and he might consider making her his mistress. At that moment, the whole family came in, telling Louise to stay obediently at home tomorrow, because tomorrow was supposed to be Louise's writer forum, but only the adopted sister could attend in her place. After sending everyone away, the adopted sister ordered the maid to inject Louise with a drug, intending to make her insane again for a whole day. Unexpectedly, Louise grabbed a picture frame and knocked the maid out cold. The adopted sister became terrified, accusing Louise of attempted murder. Louise, unfazed, said that a mentally ill person couldn't be held responsible for murder. Then she slowly approached her adopted sister. Terrified, the adopted sister tried to open the door, but found herself trapped by the locked door. In the end, the kind-hearted Louise let her go, but the entire family accused her and locked her up again. The next day, the rich man's mother told him that she was about to meet the adopted sister in person. It turned out she was also a fan of the adopted sister. This forum event was one she had specially organized for her. The rich man told his mother that the woman he wanted to marry wasn't the adopted sister, but her elder sister, Louise, because the adopted sister was shallow and greedy. His mother was puzzled, for she had read all of the adopted sister's books, and she believed that someone capable of writing such works couldn't possibly be morally corrupt. Just then, the assistant came running, saying his investigation revealed that the real author was Louise, not the adopted sister. The rich man immediately realized that the adopted sister might harm Louise, and quickly ordered his assistant to go save her. Meanwhile, the adopted sister's family told the butler to keep a close eye on Louise before leaving for the forum. Soon, they arrived at the event venue. Fans whispered among themselves, praising the adopted sister for being beautiful and talented. At that moment, the host invited the adopted sister to come on stage. The rich man's mother, now knowing the truth, asked the adopted sister how she created the maid Amy in her novel. Seeing her stammer and hesitate, the rich man's mother publicly questioned her, saying she clearly wasn't the real author. Just then, the rich man arrived with Louise. Louise loudly declared that in the book, there was no character named Amy, and she was the true author of it. But the adopted sister shamelessly claimed that she had been pushed down the stairs by Louise a year ago and had lost her memory because of it. At that moment, Evan accused Louise of being mentally ill and pulled out her psychiatric report to show everyone present. Louise immediately panicked, but the rich man quickly calmed her down. Encouraged by him, she calmly went on stage to reveal the truth. Evan, flustered, walked up to Louise intending to take her away and lock her up again. But this time, the rich man stood in his way, saying Evan had no right to touch her. The adopted sister, oblivious as ever, said that the rich man was just a filthy beggar who had come only to ruin the event. Hearing that, the rich man's mother instantly lost her temper and angrily shouted, "Who are you calling a filthy beggar?"